Welcome to the Futurist Public Intellectual. Last week, the Biden administration waived 26 federal laws like the Clean Air Act, the Safe Drinking Water Act, and the Endangered Species Act in order to continue construction on the border wall in Texas. Construction will resume in the Rio Grande Valley sector, specifically Starr County, where over 245,000 people have already illegally entered the U.S. during the current fiscal year. While Biden is spinning this construction as a situation in which his hands are tied, since the $1.4 billion appropriated in 2019 cannot legally be diverted to something else without congressional approval, what's questionable is that Biden is not putting up a fight. For example, the Biden administration could have at least insisted on following through on the environmental law requirements. This is yet another situation where the Democrats like to present themselves as different from the Republicans, when the reality is that many national issues can only be realistically resolved in a limited number of ways. Clearly, President Biden can't be trusted when he has no problems breaking a campaign promise regarding such a large-scale problem. Instead of using this border wall situation as an opportunity for proper immigration reform, President Biden prefers to look pathetic by capitulating to resuming the border wall. It's a tacit admission that there is a problem with the southern border and illegal immigration. Another person who is being pathetic is Mayor Eric Adams of New York City. How desperate must he be that he went on a 4-day tour of Latin America to tell people to stay away from his city? Adams said, "Our hearts are endless, but our resources are not." He's clearly worried about the $12 billion that is going to cost New York to house and feed the tens of thousands of migrants who are arriving constantly. The mayor must have quite the ego to think that a politician who has no clout on the international stage is going to influence the behavior of destitute migrants. This is the kind of waste of taxpayer money that the Democrats like to engage in instead of providing real solutions to the harsh realities that are currently plaguing New York. The chickens are coming home to roost. The Democrats say that they want to compassionately embrace all of the migrants and asylum seekers of the world, and yet their hypocritical actions speak louder than words. It seems the Democrats also don't want the rest of the world to ruin the American way of life. In that case, they should admit that the immigration system is broken and stop promoting a porous border policy. At the end of the day, politicians in a democratic republic like ours are beholden to their constituents. If suffrage-wielding Americans start complaining about the decline in quality of life caused by massive illegal immigration, then the Democrats should not be surprised if their ideology gets them kicked out of office. Thank you for listening to the Futurist Public Intellectual.